Okay, so since we're still talking about Dover and how not Dover. Why did I say Dover? Kansas, Kansas. My mind is not working today. I am tired. I've been up since 5:30. So, um, anyway, um, we're still talking about Kansas and how amazing that race was. Um, Regardless of the winner, that was like the best race of all season so far. And this is coming from a mile and a half track. Mile and a half. I repeat, mile and a half. um, but this video is not going on and on about how great Kansas was, because it was. Um, I was like listening to NASCAR radio in my truck last night on my way home from work, and I caught what looked like Laurie Mack talking about the whole Clint Bowyer and Eric Jones drama. I'm sorry, but I'm on Erik Jones's side, because whether you're young or an older driver, as a driver, you're going to block so you can get the best position you can possibly get on the last lap of a race, any race. So, Laurie Mack said Bowyer needs to stop being a big baby about being raced hard. Like, lately, some of these drivers, you probably know who I would be talking about, because there's a few that kind of like to complain about being raced hard. And it really annoys me, because I'm like, aren't you paid to race? Like, Kyle Busch complains about the aero package and it's so hard to pass and this and that, but Dover, Bowman, and Truex started in the back of the field and passed every single car, finishing first and second. 11 cars started in the back on Saturday night. Majority of them came through the field. Chase went from the 32nd position, start of the race, to finishing second in the first stage. And they want to complain it's so hard to pass, and their passing is very difficult. But I feel like that's they only say that when they're not performing well and they don't get the finish that they think they deserve. So I'm looking at you, Busch, and now Bowyer. Back to the Bowyer Jones thing. Bowyer was like complaining that was like what Jones did was a dumb move and this and that. I'm like, don't you ever think that, I don't know, you're being paid to race and get the best finish possible, no matter what track it is? Jones, yes, is young, 20-something-year-old driver in his second, third year with in the Cup Series. Veteran or not, any driver would have done the same exact thing Jones did on the last lap of overtime. He protected his position, and Bowyer needs to accept that. I get he's pissed, but I'm not going to accept big crybabies, especially ones who's been in the sport way longer than Jones has, to whine about, oh, he blocked me, oh, I should have wrecked him. And people are like, oh, but he's such a nice guy. Boy, you're such a nice guy. And he wouldn't do anything. I'm like, is he though? Is he? He just said, I should have wrecked him. Like, someone over his radio said, I should have wrecked him. You should have wrecked him. So, classy, right? Um, and someone is like, "You realize that's the last lap of the race, right? He has every right to be mad." I'm like, he doesn't have any right to be pissed off. Honestly, if you have to be pissy over the last lap of a race, then you clearly don't understand racing. Like, I've been a fan of the sport probably longer than this person has been alive. I realize what racing is. I'm not new. Um, like Larry Mack said, stop being a big baby and stop complaining about being raced hard. Just race. Why is that so difficult? Like he complained like a race last year. He had like a run-in with Chase on track or something. He was bitching and moaning about being raced hard by him, and now he's bitching and moaning about Jones. I feel like he's just had a out with like all the young drivers. I don't know what it is, but um, SHRs in general are all big babies. Um, Maybe it's the frustration of not winning a race yet this season. So other than that, Jones was in the right because he did nothing wrong. That's racing. Well, the person who said that stupid comment to me, you clearly don't know. Again, still don't know anything about racing. If that's your thought process, because this person like thinks all about feelings and stuff like that, and emotion when it comes to racing. I'm like, emotion, yes, but when you put your feelings in front of facts of actual racing, then you clearly don't get the concept of racing. So, um, blocking is a part of racing, especially in NASCAR. I know that like certain series don't allow that, but NASCAR you can block. And I just don't get why we're complaining about being raced hard. Like Truex at Martinsville. Like you expect at Martinsville to be like you want beaten and bang and fight to the finish and kind of finishes but people were only complaining about the finish because of Logano winning and using but he raced me clean kind of excuse. I'm like, it's not about racing clean. Just race the freaking race and get over it. Like why? I just don't get it. Like you're a short like this is an intermediate track, like a mile and a half track. Best racing we've seen in many years on a mile and a half track, especially in Kansas, because you don't get much. You don't really get like the best racing there, or on any mile and a half track. So, other than that, it's like I don't understand drivers. Like the veteran drivers, as of late, are the ones complaining the most about the aero package and being raced hard and this and that, while the young drivers are just like, you're being paid to drive a race car and go fast. Aren't we supposed to be going fast? Like, Chase has been the most outspoken young driver of them all, saying, like, we're paid to go fast. Let's go fast. It's a risk we take every single week. Like you're going 180 to 200 miles an hour every week, but you're complaining about going too fast at a certain track. Like, dude, come on. Like, these guys are in their 30s or 40s, whatever, and complain about being raced hard by young kids, like young adults. I'm sorry, I thought we were supposed to be fight for position to the end. Yeah, tempers flaring, stuff like that, but not going up to another driver and be like pointing a finger in their face like if they did something wrong. I'm like, no, it's called racing, dude. Either grow up and put your big boy pants on, or get off the track. I'm done.